everyone. Hola. Greetings from Playa del Carmen in Mexico, in the Yucatan Peninsula. It's saying I'm getting a flashing signal that my connection is weak. So hopefully you can see me alright. The connection of the internet may be weak, but the connection in the heart is strong. And we're going to trust that and rely on that for the moment to carry us through. Let's begin with a meditation, and then I have a story I want to share, an inspiring story I want to share with you. Deep breath. Just making some space to allow ourselves to fully be. Putting the rest of the day behind us, whatever's come before this moment, any kind of stress in the workplace, family place, the roadways, any place. Anxiety about the future, what might happen, what could happen, what may happen. Just putting that behind us, letting it go for the next 15 minutes or so. We can always pick it up later if you like. But for now, giving yourself the space to just rest, ground, and relax into the ground of being. Not a human doing, but grounding into the space of being, human being. Resting deeply into being at home in yourself, being at home in unconditional relationship with whatever is arising here and now, in a space of gratitude and appreciation and unbridled innocence. Alive, awake, engaged, passionate, and yet at peace with the evolving co-creation of what is. Just take a moment or two in silence to be with these words. Sending out compassion for all beings who are moving through hardship, challenges, pain, suffering. May this broadcast be a beacon of light and sanctuary for all. So it is, amen. Hi Anthony, hi Ramat. Hello Kitsia. Hola from Mexico, wonderful. Where are you, Kitsia? ¿Qué parte de México? So good to be here with you all. Speaking of Mexico, I'm having an event in Mexico tomorrow night, in Cancun, which will have Spanish translation, spoken in English by me with Spanish translation. We're expecting a full house. It's my first event on the soil of the land of Mexico. I did do an event in international waters outside of Mexico on a giant cruise ship in March, which I guess is still last month, for a few more days. And I'm excited, really excited to connect with the people of Mexico and the people of Cancun and share all that I had to share with them tomorrow night. So I'll post more information about that later this afternoon if you are local to here, or if anyone is, any amigos of yours are in the Cancun area, please invite them and welcome them to join me. Also, this is the deadline for the early bird registration for our 3-day retreat, May 28th to May 30th, with the great musician John Stringer, inspirational speaker Stacey Tai, and myself. The Bigelow retreats are legendary at this point, and there's still some space for you to join us, so you can find that information on my page and my website also. So, I have a couple friends here in this town, and I had a wonderful, inspiring conversation with them the other day. I don't know if I didn't confirm that they want their names to be shared, so just to be safe, I won't share their full names, but I do want to share their story because I think it's inspiring to a lot of what's possible in this world and this incarnation. So we'll call them R and M. Okay, so R was had several bouts of cancer, serious cancer, and had health problems for a long time. M also had a very serious illness. I don't recall the name of it, but it was something that was in the organs, and was also very devastating for her as well. So they both had a history of illness going back years, and tremendous trials and tribulations with these illnesses. So they came together on an online board dedicated around a particular author that was talking about self-healing. And they meet at this time online. Their relationship deepens through communication. They meet in person. They form a deep bond, deep connection. And they decide to take this leap of faith, and to travel the world together in a way they've always wanted to and dreamed of. And they travel the world, and they take this giant leap and just let go and just bounce off into the unknown. And they've been traveling the world for 3.5 years. And they told me that once they started living on purpose, and once they started living the life of their dreams and the life of inspiration and love and freedom and adventure, both of their illnesses went into remission. And they came into a space of balance and health and vibrancy, and were essentially cured just by living the truth of what they were called to live, with their highest sense of purpose and dreams and beauty and inspiration. Zachariah, Jamal, I am well, thank you for asking. So they go on this adventure. Both their illnesses go into remission. They fall in love together. They travel the world, first living on savings, and then finding ways to generate income online little amounts, small amounts, maybe sometimes large amounts, but they find a way to put in some time online to generate income. And they're follow the whims of their heart, one moment at a time. Oh, where do you want to go next? Oh, let's go to Playa del Carmen in Mexico. Let's stay there for 3 months. Now let's go to Boulder, Colorado, which is where I first met them. Let's stay there for 3 months. Now let's go to Cuba. Let's stay there for 2 months. Now let's go to Brussels. Let's stay there for a month. So just this sense of following the intuition of your heart. When someone asked her, where is your favorite place you've ever been? In fact, that was me. I asked her, where is your favorite place you've ever been? And she said to me, there's not one favorite place. There's a sense of movement, of being connected and being a part of the world, and the sense of freedom and mobility is my favorite way of living, which is totally possible now. And as a lot of you know, this is essentially the way I live as well, although I do feel anchored and grounded in the cradle of love, Asheville, North Carolina. But with the technology we have, there's so much possibility of what we can do and what we can create. And what limits us, what we realize, what I realize, what I'd like you to realize, is what limits us is ourself. We limit ourselves with our own limitations, our own rigidity about what's possible, what can happen, what can't happen, what might happen, and the fear that enters, and the fear of, well, what if this happens, or what if that happens, and keeps us stuck in this fear-based energy, and keeps us static, and keeps us unable to move, and to evolve, and to awaken, and to grow into the full inspiration of fulfillment of the dreams that we would like to dream into being, of the love that we'd like to love into being, of the freedom we would like to free up, of the empowerment we'd like to give power to. So the inspiration when we encounter people like this is that they are living in this place. They're living in the truth of this possibility, of infinite possibility, each and every day and each and every moment by moment, day by day, breath by breath. Don't have to know and understand it all. Don't have to try to control how it's all going to work, all the possible contingencies. Moment by moment, day by day, breath by breath, step by step. Hey Amanda, Yolanda, Kavita. Hi everyone. Welcome. Now, one other point, which is that someone may say, well, I don't want to just travel around all the time. I want to have a home. I want to have a home base. Exactly. So the point is, you follow what's true for you. You follow the sense of what's right inside your heart. You're not trying to do it what another person does. It's not to try to model the way they do things. It's to be attuned as a reflection of inspiration to the way you feel called to do things. So your inspiration may be to stay in the same patch of grass for 25 years and never move, and just explore it thoroughly, the way Henry David Thoreau wasn't for 25 years, but had this Walden Pond, Walden Lake, where he explored deeply all that was around him and was fulfilled and excited in following his truth in that way. So it's not necessarily about traveling or not traveling. It's about living that truth and living from that space of unlimited possibilities and opening to that and giving yourself to that moment by moment, listening to love, the guidance of love and the guidance of intelligence, moment by moment, and not being run and ruled by fear. And that's when the adventure really begins and we open to what life can really be for us. Okay, Yolanda says these people have no children, no responsibilities, right? It's not easy to live the way you are talking about. It sounds to me like blah, blah, blah. Who else do we have here? You are stuck, Yolanda. Well, yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're stuck. I mean, that's the mentality that keeps you stuck. It's not that complicated. In fact, these particular individuals don't have children, but I also have other friends that I'm thinking of someone of mine that based out of California that do have a child, and also they're living a similar lifestyle, traveling and moving and having experiences and adventures and they feel it's healthier for the child than being in one space of concrete and being rotating around that day after day after day. However, the point is not about traveling or not traveling. The point is about living or not living. Do you understand? The point is not about traveling or not traveling. It's about living or not living. This is the key. Living or not living. So to be living and to be loving and to be liberated is the best thing you could ever do for your children. To be stuck, to be lost, to have lost a sense of love inside yourself, to have lost a sense of truly living, to have lost a sense of freedom and liberation, and to have lost a sense of empowerment is not good for your children. So it's not this case of like either or, let me choose which one is best. You have a natural sense of how to be there and be available for the people that we care about, the people that we love about, people that we love, because if we're not, then it doesn't feel good, right? So the point is to be attuned to what's of the highest and best for you, what's of the highest and best for the whole. What's the highest and best for you, and what's the highest and best for the whole. And the two are the same. This is the key. This is the thing that is so easy to lose sight of. When we're in a space of love, and we're in a space of freedom, and we're in a space of empowerment, and we're in a space of inner peace, this is what's best for all beings, because then we can give this and share this and radiate this and shine this and vibrate this to everyone that we come in contact with, including the people who are closest to us. When we're stuck, when we're in a space of victimization, when we've lost a sense of inner peace and lost a sense of freedom and love and empowerment, then we don't have it inside ourselves, and there's no way to give it to anyone else, including children, including parents, including brothers, sisters, family, neighbors, community. So it's win-win all the way around. The things I'm pointing out are integral, they're inclusive, they make sense, they add up, every point connects, and shine from within, bring that out, and shine throughout the world by living the highest sense of truth inside yourself, inspiration, and be an example and inspiration to others to follow. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Share this energy with all you come in contact with, and I will see you